because you don't, or if you tell, you don't have to tell them anything. So I was like, well, if you don't tell them anything, then you don't tell them the truth, and that's lying. And I'm not gonna lose my job or my integrity over anybody.
Right. And what did they say to that?
I didn't tell them anything. I didn't say
That's what
it.
you were thinking to yourself?
I forgot about that. I forgot about the gate store. I really did. We went there so many times. So everybody was there? We're standing around the Coke.
Lisa wasn't there.
Yeah, Lisa's smart.
Yeah. How about since I last saw you? And I know everybody's going in different directions and everybody's been split up and all that stuff. Are you and Servon still close, or are you guys
We talk
backed
and
off
text
a little
every now and then. At first, I think he was really mad at me. I don't know. I honestly don't know why. But then he started talking to me again. And we've been texting, and we saw each other at the trial, and he's been trying, he wanted to come down to narcotics. I was trying to get him to come to a 3-day, but no one would let him come down there. He's mad at Drayton.
Why is he mad at Drayton?
Because Drayton's like freaking out all the time, and I guess Drayton during his depot brought this up, and Jessica had to tell him, listen, it's nothing to do with what we're talking about right now. You need to shut up. Defense attorney started wondering what was going on, and then he brought it up, and Servon's depot asked him about the head injury. I guess Drayton was telling people stuff that I was been wired, that y'all got me wired, and that's why I had days off, and so people are all thinking that I'm wired. No one wanted to talk to me anymore.
That's just police being suspicious, that's all.
I don't know why Drayton would do that though.
You think that Drayton said that?
I was told by several people that Drayton told everybody in Zone 5 that I was wired.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Take it all in stride. No big deal. You're where you want to be, right?
Yeah.
That's all that matters. So there was a depot. Well, let me ask you this then. What did they? Because I'm assuming the defense asked about his head injury and how he got his head injury. How did they justify it?
Well, I read Servone's depot because we were about to go, and I didn't have to go to the depot because I emailed the defense attorney, and I honestly I didn't want to go, but I told him, I was like, listen, in regards to the bolio, I never saw anything, so there was really no point in depoting me, so I didn't go to the depot. But I know Jessica pretty well. She's dating a guy in my squad, but she asked me if I'd come testify to the bite mark, so that's all I testified on. But I had read Servone's depot before I went in, and I forget what his response was. It was, I didn't notice a head injury or something. Because I think they were talking about because he got hit he got some injury in the room when they tackled him, I think.
Is that what he said?
That's what I assumed it meant, was that when they handcuffed him, he fell into some furniture.
Have you read Sal's?
No. I was just reading Servone's, and it was just because Jessica asked me she's like, well, I need to ask you what you said to, I'd forgotten that Servone had come up to the car and the suspect apologized to him. So that's why I read his thing, just to see that, because I forgot. Apparently he did when I was sitting there.
Okay. And I know I asked you before, but when you saw them bringing him down from the room, you didn't see any blood or anything like that on him? It didn't look like it was that violent of a takedown or anything?
I didn't notice any blood, because I think he was wearing a white shirt. But there was those 3 guys that I had, the 2 handcuffed to the bumper and the 1 in the back seat. So I was pretty busy. There's a lot going on there. So.
Alright. Well, I think that's it. I mainly wanted to do the 21 because I know we didn't go into detail. We got enough of it, but it was kind of scattered in between that other stuff that at the time was more important, obviously. Anything that's happened between then and now that I need to know about?
Just people talk about it all the time.
Who's people?
Well, one of the guys on my squad used to work for him, so I care about him.
You care about who?
Sergeant Garza. As weird as that may sound, I do. So.
You care for him, or do you feel sorry for him?
I feel sorry for him, and I care about him because I know he's got 3 girls and a wife, and I just don't think he's evil, and I don't think if he did do it, because like you said, I didn't see it. It's just what I heard. He's a nice guy. Like, he really is.
Okay. It's not what you told me before. You didn't tell me he was a nice guy before, and you told me he was a little bit of an asshole.
He can be an asshole. He can be. He's
and a loose cannon and wacky.
He can be, and he has his moments. He goes.
So you basically feeling sorry for the fact that he might lose his job and he's not going to have a job to support his family. I mean, is that where it comes from?
Yeah, I feel that bad about that a little bit. And I mean, when he was my first sergeant, he was good to me. He was a good sergeant. But he left shortly after I got there, and he started doing the task force thing. He's changed a lot. And every once in a while,
being until it sort of kind of makes you change.
He'd be calm, and I heard that he's changed again. But it's like a fellow officer too. So.
Okay. But does that override your feelings about what happened to Samario?
Oh, that sucks. I wish I'd never been there. Okay. People, after I left, after a week or so went by, like, everybody knew everything about everything. I don't know how the heck they found out.
Because people talk too much.
Jason doesn't even know what happened.
Usually the people that are involved are the ones that are running their mouth, because there's no other reason why anybody would know.
That's how I wanted. It's like, how do people know? I can't trust anybody here. That's all I know.
Mm-hmm. And plus, he's down there. People ask him why he's down there.
Yeah, he shouldn't be afraid to talk about it,
but they don't.
I didn't even tell my boyfriend what happened.
Okay, well, you're smart. Because if it ever comes down to it where you have to be asked, who did you discuss this with? And if you say nobody, and it's the truth, then good. And if you did talk to somebody, just say you talked to somebody. You can never get fired for telling the truth.
People know I was there.
You know what I mean?
People know I was there, and they know y'all called me, but they don't know I came down here.
Well, I shouldn't say you can't get fired for telling the truth. It's more likely, put it this way, 100% of the time you will get fired for departure from the truth.
Oh, yeah.
But you're not always going to get fired for telling the truth. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So always go with the truth. It's easier, even if you think you're going to get in trouble, because at least they can't get you on that. It makes a difference between a 15-day suspension, for example, and getting fired. I'll take the 15-day suspension for the truth versus getting fired for
Can I ask
telling
you a
a lie.
question?
Yeah.
Did you talk to Samario yet?
Mm-hmm. I did talk to
And
someone.
did he say that?
You
You can't tell me that? I just wonder, I still wonder if it really happened, because I didn't see it.
Now it's been some time, and you kind of, but when you left there that day, after that happened, what was your impression of it all?
Something bad had happened.
Yeah.
I heard that, is this true? I heard that you brought it to the state attorney and they said no.
Really?
Yeah. Isn't that funny, rumors?
Mm-hmm. Where'd you hear that at?
From somebody that used to work down there, who told their boyfriend, who told me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, do tell.
No.
Tell me who it is. I won't tell anybody.
Ferrati's girlfriend, Tracy Perry, she used to be down there. She used to be like the head of the paralegals. So she's still friends with everybody down there.
Oh, really? Parati. Is he an officer?
Danny, yeah. He used to work for Sergeant Garza. It's funny when you talk to people about it, but he said that you guys presented it like 6 times and they weren't going to they said no 6 times.
Wow. Very interesting.
I was like,
very interesting information. That's good to know. Tracy, I like you. You're in the know. You give me.
I try not to be in the know.
Well, sometimes you can't help
I'm
being
much
in
better
the know.
about being in the know now. I don't want to know anything. I'm like, oh, don't tell me.
Yeah. All right. Anything else? Do you have any questions?
Just is this gonna last forever?
No, it's not gonna last forever. It's not gonna last forever.
Is it something that would go to trial?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. At this point, I don't know. I don't know what we're.
You really?
And even if I know, I wouldn't tell you.
Why is that?
Because it's still ongoing. I can't discuss that with you.
Did you tell the officer
It's gonna get
integrity when you called them? Okay.
I just said, hey, is Tracy working today?
I told Sarge I had to go somewhere, so I didn't tell him.
And sometimes if somebody else answers the phone, I'll say like I'm from SIU or JSO, just blanket JSO.
Okay.
It's just my first name. They have no idea. All right, Tracy. Well, good luck in narcotics. I'm glad you're liking it.
Oh, it's awesome. It's much better than Zone 5. Although that's where I'm going. Believe it or not, I can actually buy drugs out there.
There you go.